Adolf Hitler is perhaps one of the most notorious figures in world history. Born in Austria in 1889, he rose to power as the leader of the Nazi Party in Germany in the 1930s. Hitler's fascist ideology, anti-Semitic beliefs, and aggressive foreign policy led to World War II and the deaths of millions of people. Hitler's early life was marked by poverty and struggle. He was a mediocre student and failed to get into art school. In 1913, he moved to Germany and enlisted in the German army during World War I. He was injured in battle and spent time in a military hospital, where he became increasingly interested in politics. After the war, Hitler joined the German Workers' Party, which later became the Nazi Party. He quickly rose through the ranks and became the leader of the party in 1921. Hitler was a charismatic speaker and his fiery speeches drew large crowds. He promised to restore Germany to its former glory and blamed Jews and other minorities for the country's problems. Hitler's rise to power was fueled by the economic turmoil in Germany in the 1920s and 1930s. The Great Depression had hit Germany hard and many people were struggling to make ends meet. Hitler capitalized on this by blaming Jews and other minorities for the country's economic problems. He promised to create jobs and restore Germany's economy. Hitler became Chancellor of Germany in 1933, and quickly consolidated his power. He abolished all other political parties and created a one-party state. He also established a secret police force, the Gestapo, to silence any opposition. Hitler's foreign policy was aggressive and expansionist. He believed in the concept of Lebensraum, or living space, for the German people. He wanted to expand Germany's borders and create an empire in Europe. He also believed in the superiority of the Aryan race and sought to eliminate all other races, particularly Jews. Hitler's persecution of Jews and other minorities is perhaps the most notorious aspect of his regime. He passed laws that stripped Jews of their rights and property, and eventually led to the Holocaust, the systematic murder of 6 million Jews. Hitler's reign came to an end in 1945, when Allied forces invaded Germany and captured Berlin. Hitler committed suicide in his bunker as the war was coming to a close. Hitler's legacy is one of destruction and evil. He was responsible for the deaths of millions of people and his ideology has been widely discredited and rejected. However, his legacy also serves as a warning about the dangers of extremism, and the importance of standing up against hate and intolerance. Adolf Hitler's life and reign as the leader of Nazi Germany are a dark stain on human history. His rise to power was fueled by his ability to exploit the economic and social unrest in Germany, as well as his willingness to scapegoat minority groups for the country's problems. His legacy is one of destruction and hate, and serves as a reminder of the importance of standing up against extremism and intolerance. Adolf Hitler was a prolific speaker and writer, and his words continue to be studied and analyzed to this day. While many of his speeches and writings were filled with hateful and divisive rhetoric, they also reveal much about his worldview and political ideology. Here are 5 famous quotes by Adolf Hitler. "Make the lie big, make it simple, keep saying it, and eventually they will believe it." This quote is a chilling reminder of Hitler's propaganda machine. He understood the power of repetition and the importance of creating a simple message that people could easily remember and repeat. This quote also highlights the danger of propaganda, and the importance of being critical of the information we are given. The great masses of the people will more easily fall victim to a big lie than to a small one. This quote underscores Hitler's belief that people are more likely to believe a lie if it is bold and audacious. He believed that the bigger the lie, the more likely people were to accept it as true. This quote is a stark reminder of the power of misinformation, and the importance of fact-checking. "What luck for rulers that men do not think." This quote reflects Hitler's belief that people are easily swayed by those in power and are too willing to follow without questioning. He believed that a well-organized propaganda machine could manipulate people's thoughts and emotions to achieve political ends. This quote highlights the importance of critical thinking and the need to question authority. If you want to shine like the sun, first burn like the sun. This quote speaks to Hitler's belief in the power of sacrifice and hard work. He believed that success was only achievable through dedication and sacrifice. While the quote itself is not inherently evil, it is important to remember that Hitler used this rhetoric to justify his brutal and inhumane policies. The victor will never be asked if he told the truth. This quote is a reflection of Hitler's belief that the ends justify the means. He believed that achieving victory was more important than adhering to moral or ethical principles. This quote is a reminder of the dangers of blind ambition, and the importance of holding leaders accountable for their actions. We appreciate your support in watching our videos. If you enjoy learning about political, business, and science leaders' biographies and quotes, please consider subscribing to our channel and giving us a thumbs up to help us grow and continue bringing you valuable content.